Hey everyone, so today we have got a new Maui gem. This is the new Rooftops for this year. In particular, I like it, the blue colorway. So we'll check it out and see if this stacks up or if it's a pass. Alright, so the new Maui Gym Rooftops frame. Super cool frame to check out. I actually like this. This is one of their newer acetates with the nice little 5-barrel hinges up there. Super thick, beefy hinge, not something that's going to fail on you. Always love to see these. Really riveted on, and you actually have a custom core in this one. Doesn't show up super well in the black or the blue tortoise colorway, but it is still a beautiful pattern and a beautiful custom core. Worth mentioning at least, because it does add to the detail and kind of the structure and design of the frame. Now, for me, right off, I really like the more pronounced dip in the brow of the frame. Adds a nice little detail to it. It's a little bit punchy. Still remains fairly unisex as well, which is always nice with these larger square frames. But the bridge on this one, at least for me, pinches off a little bit, which is really surprising. Given that we've got such a nice large pad area there, I would expect a little bit more splay in that, or at least maybe not built up quite as much right here, because even though it's got all that nice splay to it, when you actually wear it, you are really resting more on that front edge and not spreading that pressure out over a large area like you would generally like to do with an acetate frame. The fit on these, it's something you'll actually catch. I've mentioned in a lot of the newer videos. The stock adjustment just doesn't really make sense because they're just, that is not how most heads are shaped. And it gives you this effect of putting on a frame that is actually rather large and it feeling extremely snug. There's a ton of pressure back here. So if you're getting these, get them properly fitted. For me, right off, we'll go ahead and fix that because this is how it's going on the shelf and not with that terrible adjustment. We'll make some tweaks here to straighten out this section, and you can already see a huge difference there. Do the same thing here, and that's just going to flatten that section out. This acetate's rather malleable, but I have been wearing and messing with this one for a while, so it's warmed up enough to do the adjustments on. Don't do this on a cold frame that's just arrived this time of year. I promise you, you're going to end in heartbreak. They're not going to take the frame back because you just bent it and broke it. Now, that's a little bit better. Not quite where I want it, but you can already see right off. It's much more straight back through there. It's not squeezing as much as soon as I try to put it on as it was. Overall fit is still really good. They've got a nice balance to them. Even though this frame looks like it would be super front heavy, they've got enough panoscopic tilt that the balance is there. So it feels good on the face, feels good on, even though I mentioned particularly on the bridge for me, it's a little bit tight there. It's not quite the cut I need. Length of temples is good. Everything's nice there. It's good for a nice medium average size face. And yeah, it's a little bit on the larger size as far as the lens area goes. So we are a 54 millimeters across through here, 20 millimeters for the bridge, which again is super weird because even my Amsterdam, you see me start the video in, also a 20 millimeter bridge, but the way the splay is designed is very, very different. You know, much more open bridge here, much more tight here. So I do think it's interesting. The overall fit is actually relatively close for the 50 versus the 54. Still a 20 millimeter bridge. That's kind of weird, but it's also not because we do have a fairly thick acetate material as well. So cuts nicely on that cheek line. I do like that size and flow on me. Definitely going to lean a little bit more towards larger faces, or if you want that really oversized sunglass on a petite face, that's where I really like a frame like this, because again, that bridge being a little bit more snug on my fat nose is going to be really good on a more petite nose, fit a little bit better, and still give you that larger frame size. Overall, cut's super cool and nice. Good feel to it. Like I said, when well adjusted, when you actually properly go in and do these tips, it's going to be an overall good feel to it. As far as colorways, they have, alternatively, I don't have here, so sorry, I'm just reading straight off the website. They've got the black with crystal, which is going to be a crystal backing on these. Yeah, so it's crystal on the inside, so you can see the temple core detailing slightly, I guess. I don't really get the point of that, but hey, whatever. And then, of course, the blue tortoise with neutral gray lenses as pictured here. That is going to be your single gradient in glass, which means, unfortunately, they are not as super dark as some of you might like, but it is equipped with the super thin glass lenses, which is always a good thing. Other colorway is going to be your black with tortoise. I should have brought one of those down because it's a really good example. A solid black across here. From about the midline down, you get a nice tortoise, and it is a nice bright amber tortoise. That one's going to come with HCL bronze lenses. Again, super thin glass. And the one I would probably go for, surprisingly I don't have here, but we picked it in one of the other frames, is the pink tortoise with pink. And that is going to be a soft pink tortoise from here up and a crystalline pink across that bottom edge. That one's going to have the Maui rose lens in it, which is a beautiful combination for that one. Alternatively, I would pair it with the Maui sunrise. The only catch there is typically you're going to lose the super thin glass in order to do that. Now, we used to be able to go in here on the website from Maui and hit customize and actually pick out the different lenses, which you can still do. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it would tell you the lens material you were getting it in. And it just doesn't do that anymore. I don't know why they decided to change that. It's just gone. So you can't see what lens material you're getting when you change the lenses for whatever reason. But trust me, the pink tortoise with the pink Maui sunrise is worth considering, but in the rose lens, still a phenomenal choice. A little bit more classic that way. Now, all I've got on Rooftops. If this was a frame you were considering, hopefully this helped you get over the edge. If it did push you over the edge, just dive down in the comment or the description there and grab that affiliate link, please and thank you. Doesn't cost you anymore, but it helps support the channel and these reviews, and I pay for all these frames, so please. Anyway, enough of that. Have fun. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.